Oh look, the glorious morning makes me sick. Listen, you had to know that there was going to be a Sanderson sister in these Witch Wednesdays. And I decided to do Winifred because I thought it seemed like the most fun. But I really love all three of them equally, to be honest with you. I couldn't figure out the science behind her hair, so we're just doing space buns. I was actually going to buy the wig. It's like $50, and it doesn't even look good. So we're just doing this, but I do have my Pennywise teeth still, and I think they're probably close enough. I don't know that I think blocking out your eyebrows is necessary for Winifred. Because even some merch draws her eyebrows in. But I am going to block out my eyebrows anyway, and I haven't done this in a very long time. But I did it so many times last year that I gave myself, like, a ton of little eyebrow acnes. And it was kind of funny, to be honest with you. Because we got to a point where I was like, why do I have all these little zits in my eyebrows? And then I figured it was because I had done, like, all of my bigger makeup looks, one right after another. So I got these little disposable spoolies to help me brush the glue through. So anyway, if you haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2 yet, I'm either going to intentionally or unintentionally spoil it during this video. So if you don't want it spoiled, I guess click away. I'm sorry. But, I mean, on the other hand, I don't know how much of it is spoilable. It's a Hocus Pocus movie. You know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be magic. There's 3 witches. I was really worried it was gonna, like, not be good, the second one, but I thought it was quite good. The first time I watched it, I'm just not a good movie watcher the first time around, usually, because I'm just watching it too intensely that I get, like, bored halfway through. And there's definitely still some things I don't like about it. Like, there's this scene in Walgreens that I think that takes way too long. But overall, I actually thought it was quite good, quite cute. I have some gripes other than the Walgreens scene as well. In the first Hocus Pocus movie, they tell us specifically that Winifred got her book from Satan himself, and then in this movie, it shows a backstory where she gets it from some other completely different person. I'm not usually someone who, like, finds errors in movies, because I'm usually just watching it for the plot, and I, like, you know what I mean? Like, I saw a BuzzFeed article about how Mary in the second Hocus Pocus does her mouth on the wrong side. And I never would have noticed that. Turns out she does it on the wrong side because Kathy and Jimmy just can't make the same face anymore after 30 years. But I did clock the book thing. I was like, I thought the devil himself gave Winifred the book. Who is this lady? And then my other gripe is a personal gripe, but it's because there's, like, a big musical number in the middle of the movie. And it's one way or another. I despise that song, first of all. It's just so annoying. It's so boring. And it bothers me because you have Bette Midler there. Like, Bette Midler, okay? And you picked a song for her to sing that has, like, maybe 4 notes. That's it. That's what she gets. Like, you couldn't have picked a better, like, a singery song. I haven't rewatched the first one since watching the second one yet to see if I could find Gilbert. That was another thing. I kind of wish that they had brought back at least some of the cast. I understand I've seen articles since about how Thora Birch, who played Danny in the first movie, was supposed to be like a main character in this one as sort of like an advisor to the new girls, that sort of thing. But then she couldn't do it because Thora Birch is involved in the Gabby Petito movie. So, like, the schedules didn't work out. But, like, there were so many other cast members. Like, I expected to see the bullies. And I expected to maybe even see Allison, you know what I mean? Are all these people busy? None of them could do it? That was sad. But it was still a fun movie. It just doesn't have the same magic as the original one. There weren't quite as many quotable moments. You know, I always wanted a child. And now, I think I'll have one. I'm toast! I only did 2 layers of glue and powder. Do you think that's enough? I don't want to do any more. If you can see this mark on my forehead, I burned it with a big curling iron. Like my forehead I burned. And now that mark is probably going to be there forever. Love that for me. I just was getting ready for a work event, and I just Completely bonked myself in the head. Now here we are. They really hit you out of nowhere with that ending, though. Like, right in the feels. It's like a hokey, silly movie all the way through. And then it just gets really sad at the very end. And I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to be emotional. I'm never ready to be emotional. Forgot that I need foundation on my lips. I'm really having a hard time getting this eyebrow specifically to cover. Maybe I'll try a little bit of concealer. I look terrifying in a viewfinder. I look like the demon in The Exorcist. Like the little face that flashes. I'm saying to pie up a baby up a day. In Koreama. Although I will say, doing The Bitch is Back, The Witch is Back, in the second one, that was a good one. I was actually really late to the Hocus Pocus party. For some reason, Hocus Pocus missed the greenhouse when I was growing up, and I never had it until I was like 22 or something, and like it was all over the interwebs, and I was like, I should watch this movie, and I think I just bought it blindly at Walmart, and I love it like a child would. I still love it. But yeah, I didn't have it as a kid. I only had it recently. So I figured because it's here, we should use the Colourpop Hocus Pocus palette. The first one, I think there's got 3 of them now. So we're going to use the shade Hello, Salem! And we're just going to put it out here. Now, I kind of think I have to go over my eyebrow a little bit because I think Bette Midler's eyes are significantly more hooded than mine. So we're just going to go like all the way out there. Then we're going to take a slightly smaller brush. That's like pretty much the same brush I just used. Sure, you work. And go into toast. And just kind of put that in the outer corner a little bit. I went through a really big Hocus Pocus phase like last year at Halloween. I was watching it like every day. It's the movie that I made my sister watch with me while we sat on the porch on Halloween night. I don't know why. I just really like it. And I don't even have like the nostalgic childhood thing to blame because, like I said, I didn't have it when I was a kid. Even though the movie is older than me by 1 year. I was a Halloween Town kid. To be honest, I'm still a Halloween Town kid. Marty just doesn't have makeup, really. Which Halloween Town movie is your favorite, by the way? Out of curiosity. I never liked the second one, but now I feel like I have to like the second one because they're getting married in real life. Marnie and the guy who played Cal. But the third one has always been my favorite. I don't know, maybe it's just a high school setting. I just really liked it. The fourth one doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. I'm so sorry. I love Sarah Paxton, but they had no right. They should not have recast. Those are the only 2 like neutral browns in this palette. And I really wanted something to like in there. What if I just use like the littlest bit of On Toast? Where's my... There it is. Okay, now if you'll excuse me 1 second, I have to get 2 inches away from the mirror in order to put on my liner. I feel like I've been shooting this video for 45 seconds and my camera's telling me it's been 18 minutes. I don't know how that's physically possible. else is weird about Hocus Pocus? Hocus Pocus merch. We went so long without any of it anywhere, and now it's everywhere. There's like inflatables, there's clothes, obviously, there's like housewares, there's Hocus Pocus everything. And I am personally of the belief that some of it is very cute and some of it is very ugly. For some reason, I don't like things that say I lit the black flame candle, and I don't like things that say the fourth Sanderson sister. I don't know what it is. I think that's just me. But there are a lot of other things that I do like this shirt. I don't even think you can tell. This is my Hocus Pocus shirt. Torrid had some really cute Hocus Pocus shirts last year that I wanted, but they were expensive, so I did not buy them. Okay, so I'm going to put on these little lashes. I wasn't sure if she wears lashes or not, but then I figured when in doubt, just put on the lashes. You know? See, check that out. When in doubt, just put the lashes on. So, one of the most underrated things about Winifred's makeup, I think, is the cheeks. So, this is like one of the only blushes I still own. So we're just going to really load up this brush. This is the Tarte blush in Captivating. Now, they're like low on her. Oh my god, that was like so underwhelming. Much better. Now I do just want to add a little bit more purpley to that, to those cheeks. So we're going to go into the Hocus Pocus palette. I'm going to use the shade Dead Man Foe and just put a little bit on my brush. Just a little bit. There we go. That bamboo. Okay, now inarguably the most important part is the lips. So I have the Mary Sanderson makeup kit from Colourpop. So I have her lipstick and her lashes and everything. So the only piece we're going to use is the lip liner today. So what is this one even called? Spinster Ladies. Winifred's lip shape is extremely important. And I'm making myself nervous. Something like that, right? And then one final piece to complete the look. Hello, Sim. I don't know how I fucked up mold so bad. Because I really don't want to stay in my mouth. I have to take these out for the outro because I cannot talk with them in. But anyway, this is my completed Winifred Sanderson makeup look. If I were to do her for a costume ever, I would have the wig. And then I'd probably rebuy the Pennywise teeth and just make sure I actually fit them to my mouth properly. Because then I just feel like these are so good for everything. I used them for Nosferatu last year. I use them for everything. And they make pretty good Winifred teeth too if they would just stay in my mouth. I'm blaming my teeth because my teeth are so weird. I probably just shifted or something when I was doing the mold. But yeah, this is my completed Winifred Sanderson makeup look. I wish my foundation wasn't so light. Or maybe she needs a little bit of bronzer. Or maybe I'm just Winifred before she eats Emily Binks. Maybe that's it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this week's Witch Wednesday. I really hope you liked it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next week. Bye! Oh, shit. Uncle Paul, I believe it was I. How did Bette Miller act? Well, she's like this in. Oh, good. Oh, Salem. My name is Winifred. What's yours?